Thank you very much. I must say that I've been fortunate to be connected with this Rajagiri media from the very beginning. I would say a lot of it moved through because of the high passion which I saw in Father Varghese and what he wanted to do. Now, the important thing which we started when we started was to come down and not limit the uh, the uh, the membership of to only one type of people or people only from the academia. Though we had focus on to find reforms in the academic sphere, the important thing which we did here was, I think, to have a broad-based interdisciplinary sort of group. This broad-based interdisciplinary group, which came into this particular discussion, whether it is from academia, whether it is from people from business, from consultancy, from IT, even students. So that brought in a very wide ranging different points of view instead of becoming a very narrow minded. Many times you have put the same type of people into one particular group, you might find a lot of depth but not breadth. Now, when you want to have synergy in an area of educational reforms, it is not necessary that if you just go into one type of area and keeping only one type of academic people alone. Sometimes I think some of the mistakes which we did in the Indian in the education system was possibly focusing only keeping people from one stream who were dominant in that particular thing, and we ended up with this particular kind. And one of the most interesting parts of our this discussion was the time when we were discussing the new education policy. That was a time when I think all of us had the chance, because that was a time when there was a path making. The old education policy was being replaced by a new education policy. And there was a time when we had time to even contribute, discuss, and bring in a lot of things which, possibly would take India to the next century. So that I think a lot of things have happened in this area. And what I would like to say in terms of having people coming from different areas brought this broad-based, and in these areas brought in synergy also. So from diversity in different areas of thoughts, but the synergic part of what we were able to come down, we were very focused as to what we wanted to come out of it. Now, we definitely have achieved a lot, I would say, during this period. But I feel that we can definitely do much more. We can definitely bring in all those discussions which we brought in the 100 sessions. A lot of valuable nuggets of information and thought processes were there. I think these can all be compiled into one area, so that different areas what we came in, we had brought it at different points of the period in this 100 sessions. But I think if we can take all these things and come to the essence of it and come out with the synergy, what did we really come out of it? What did we really understand on this? That would be a very useful thing which can be used for policymakers to come down, and the different subjects which we discussed and different type of people who came in, and finally what are the main things which we came about, and bring about the essence of the discussions to a new level so that it can be widely published both in print media or in digital media. So that would be a very useful thing. That will bring in much more participation and also a lot more energy into the whole activity. The subjects have always been very thoughtfully selected. I would say a lot of it's not easy to come down every month to come down and find a subject, because finally after some time you lose track as to what you have done and what you wanted. I think must compliment Sri Kumar and the father and the rest of the people who are behind this particular thing to come down with these the specific subjects, and more so to identify people around the world. It's also not easy to get them to come down, bring them into the synergic thought process, and then bring this up. So all I would like to say is that I have been very happy being part of the journey from the very beginning. And I also hope that we can continue this particular journey and come about with, to the next level. We need to set ourselves, we are brought into this thing. I think we need to set a goal or an objective as to what we want to take it to the next level, and then focus to that next level. And whatever we have done so far, build that as the foundation, and all the things which we discussed, let it not be lost, but put it all into one place wherein it can be continuously updated. Uh, Even chat, finally, artificial intelligence is also a combination of a lot of information which has come through. So I think I would say that it is a possibility that we can use AI itself. We have people who are connected with us who are specialists in AI, to go through all the discussions which we have had in the last 100 sessions, and then possibly use AI methodology and try to come out and say what did we finally come out? What were the final conclusions which we come about? What kind of thought processes which we can come down? What can we come down from all the discussions which we have come out? What can we come down and give to the policy makers and said that these are the things which we have come down. These are the things the policy makers can take up or can look at, so that all the discussions which become have true value and it moves to the next level. So I don't want to spend much more time in this. All I want to say is that we have moved through this journey. The journey was interesting. We need to come down and continue this journey and try to make something out of whatever we have done through in this journey, all the things which we've seen, heard, and discussed, all this put together, so that we have something important to the next hundreds for the 101 session onwards. So I think I'll conclude here and thank everyone and 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 hope that we will have a much, I would say, a stronger journey forward.